Christopher Rea, better known as Chris Rea, was born on March 4, 1951, and died on December 22, 2025. He was an English rock blues icon, celebrated for his gravelly voice and masterful slide guitar. He released 25 studio albums, with The Road to Hell, 1989, and Alberts, 1991, topping the UK charts, and became a major European star with enduring hits like Driving Home for Christmas, On the Beach, Josephine, and Working on It. A three-time Brit Award nominee, Rea later shifted toward blues following serious health struggles, releasing acclaimed independent projects such as Dancing Down the Stony Road and the 11-CD Blue Guitars set. Though he never toured the US, he scored American success with Fool, If You Think It's Over, earning a Grammy nomination. Over his career, Rea sold 40+ million records worldwide. Awards and nominations. At the 21st Annual Grammy Awards in 1979, Rea was nominated for Best New Artist. He earned Brit Award nominations for Best British Male Artist in 1988, 1989, and 1990. In 1973, Rea's band The Beautiful Losers won a Melody Maker Award for Best Newcomers. He had a net worth of $8 million at the time of his death. Early life and roots. Born March 4, 1951 in Middlesbrough, England, Christopher Anton Rea grew up in a big, tight-knit Roman Catholic family of 7 children. His Italian father ran a popular ice cream business. His Irish mother kept the home grounded. Rea worked in the family cafes as a teen and briefly aimed for journalism before returning to the business. Finding music, late but lasting. Rea didn't pick up a guitar until his early 20s. Inspired by Joe Walsh and steeped in American blues, he forged a signature slide style and gravelly voice. He cut his teeth in local bands, famously replacing David Coverdale in Magdalene, and broke through with Whatever Happened to Benny Santini? 1978. The hit Fool, If You Think It's Over, earned him a Grammy nod. Love, family and inspiration. Rea met his wife Joan at 16. They stayed together for 57 years. Their daughters, Josephine and Julia, inspired song titles, and Driving Home for Christmas was born on a snowy drive with Joan. Family came first. He even skipped major US tours to stay home. His professional career and early introduction into music. Chris Rea's music was shaped as much by absence as by discovery. He came to the guitar late, buying a second-hand 1961 Hofner V3 in his early 20s, pairing it with a modest Laney amplifier and teaching himself to play. Left-handed yet playing right-handed, he gravitated toward bottleneck slide guitar, drawn to the haunting, almost vocal quality of the sound. Hearing the raw Delta blues of Charlie Patton on the radio, at first mistaking it for a violin, sparked something deep, leading him to the music of Blind Willie Johnson, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Muddy Waters, and later the cinematic slide work of Ry Cooder and the rock edge of Joe Walsh. Gospel, opera and orchestral music quietly filtered into his style, giving it an unusual emotional breadth. Rea's path into music was never straightforward. Growing up in working-class Middlesbrough, creativity often felt like a narrow escape route rather than a choice. He dreamed of writing films and film scores, but the reality of Northern England in the late 1960s left few doors open. Self-taught and late to the scene, he doubted himself beside peers like Eric Clapton or Mark Knopfler, yet that delay gave his music a maturity that set him apart. After stints in local bands, including Magdalene, once fronted by David Coverdale, he stumbled into singing out of necessity, discovering a voice as distinctive as his guitar. His 1978 debut Whatever Happened to Benny Santini brought unexpected success. Fool, If You Think It's Over, became a major US hit and earned a Grammy nomination, yet the song's piano-led sound misrepresented him. Marketed as a soft singer-songwriter rather than a blues guitarist, Rea felt boxed in, uneasy with fame and disconnected from the pop star world he found himself in. The tension between industry expectations and his blues instincts defined his early career. Europe proved more receptive. Through relentless touring and albums that increasingly reflected his own voice, Rea built a devoted following. By the mid-1980s, records like On the Beach and Dancing with Strangers transformed him into a stadium-filling artist. His breakthrough arrived with The Road to Hell in 1989, a brooding, road-worn album that resonated deeply, followed by the equally successful Alberts. Despite peak popularity, Rea resisted the American market and the trappings of rock stardom, choosing family and creative control instead. Serious illness later stripped life back to essentials. Facing mortality, Rea turned decisively toward the blues that had first inspired him, founding his own label to escape commercial compromise. Albums such as Dancing Down the Stony Road and the expansive Blue Guitars project became deeply personal statements. Less about charts, more about history, feeling, and survival. Chris Rea was never interested in being a rock star. His music traveled roads shaped by grit, restraint, and reflection, songs steeped in longing, motion, and quiet defiance. In staying true to the blues, he left behind a body of work that feels lived in, honest, and unmistakably his own. Illnesses. Chris Rea faced significant health challenges throughout much of his adult life, which profoundly influenced his music and outlook. In the early 2000s, sources vary slightly between 1994 to 2001 for diagnosis and surgery, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, one of the most aggressive forms of the disease. He underwent a major Whipple procedure in 2001, which involved the removal of his pancreas, parts of his duodenum, bile duct, gallbladder, stomach, and small intestine. This life-saving but drastic surgery left him with type 1 diabetes, a severely weakened immune system, and the need for intensive daily management. He reportedly took over 30 pills and required 7 injections per day. Rea endured multiple additional operations over the years and described the experience as transformative, shifting his focus toward deeper blues music and away from mainstream pop rock pressures. In 2016, Rea suffered a serious stroke, which temporarily affected his speech, arm movement, and guitar playing. He quit smoking to prevent further incidents and recovered enough to continue recording and touring. In December 2017, during a concert in Oxford, he collapsed on stage due to health complications, leading to the cancellation of remaining tour dates and hospitalization. Despite these setbacks, Rea remained resilient, often crediting his family for support and viewing his illnesses as a chance to pursue authentic blues roots. He discussed his struggles openly, including on a 2020 episode of Mortimer and Whitehouse, Gone Fishing. Cause of death. Chris Rea passed away peacefully in hospital on December 22, 2025, at the age of 74, surrounded by his family. His death was announced by a family statement describing it as following a short illness. No specific cause was disclosed in official announcements from his family or major outlets, including BBC, The Guardian, Wikipedia updates, and others. While his long-term health issues, particularly the lingering effects of pancreatic cancer surgery and diabetes, likely contributed to his overall vulnerability, the immediate cause remains a short, undisclosed illness. Tributes poured in from fans, fellow musicians, and his hometown of Middlesbrough, highlighting his enduring legacy. Thanks for spending this time with us. If you enjoyed the journey, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. There are more stories to tell, more sounds to uncover, and more moments worth sharing. Until next time, keep listening, keep exploring, and we'll see you on the road ahead.